Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a Thai salad called som tam. It's a green papaya salad in Thailand normally, but in South Africa we do not have the ingredients to do that. So today what we're going to be using is local ingredients. I'll show you exactly how to do it with what we have available in this country, and it's as nice and it's as tasty as the one in Thailand. So we basically start off with 1 clove of garlic. We're going to just chop it up and then chuck it into the little pestle and mortar here. We're going to just create like a little bit of a paste, and we've got some chopped up bird's eye chilies. You can see I've taken the pips out. I will be adding a little bit of dried chili to this dish at the end, so I will definitely add a little bit more heat, but these chilies can be quite fierce, so you've got to be a little bit careful when you use them. So you've got your garlic and your chili in there. We're going to just rub that up into like a little bit of a paste, get the juices and the oils released. Like that. So basically then what we're going to add is we're going to be adding some fresh lime juice, which thanks to my mate Gert, who's a farmer and supplies us with fresh limes. We're going to be adding, I'm initially going to be putting 3/4 of that in. I've used 3 limes there for this dish, and then we're going to be adding, you can buy this at Spa. It's a very nice Thai brand of fish sauce, and I use it in a lot of my cooking. And then we're going to be adding 1 tablespoon of the fish sauce to this. Okay, the next thing we'll add a tablespoon of sugar to this dish. Cool, so we're going to stir this up a little bit. This will mix it nicely. Get the sugar to dissolve. And that's the essence of the flavor. I've been asked a few times now in my videos, why am I using paper plates? And there's a simple reason for that. Firstly, chopping with the knives on the wooden chopping board makes them blunt a lot quicker than chopping on the actual paper. So I prefer to chop on a paper plate. I don't contaminate my chopping board with any of the flavors, be it garlic, chili, whatever I'm chopping. It all stays in the paper plate that I've chopped. And it's also easy to clean. So once I finish chopping, I take the peels or whatever's left over, fold them up in the paper plate and chuck them in the bin. So that's the reason I use the paper plates. It's not elegant. This is not an elegant cooking show. This is a homely cooking show to teach you how to make food from scratch and how to enjoy it. So basically, this is what we do, and this is what it's all about. Okay, so the tomato, we unfortunately during this COVID-19 lockdown, we are unable to get little cherry tomatoes, which is ideally what you want to use in this dish, cut in half. So I've used smallish normal tomatoes. I've cut them into bite-sized pieces, and that's basically the tomatoes that we're going to add to this dish. We're going to also add some fresh uncooked green beans, some roasted peanuts, and I use a coleslaw mix with a little bit of purple cabbage, carrots, and normal cabbage. I use a plain coleslaw mix that you can buy at any of the supermarkets, or you can actually chop your own. I take the big coarse rough pieces out because those don't work very well in this dish, and I discard those. So basically this is the ingredients, and together with the sauce that we've made, and I'm now going to put everything together and show you how to assemble the salad. So the next step we're going to do is, I've got this sauce, and the sauce is very pungent and it's actually very flavorful. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to that just to dilute it slightly. It won't really make a huge difference in the sauce, in the taste, but it will give us a lot more sauce to cover. Because we're using cabbage, I'd like it to cover the cabbage and then let it rest and pull all the juices out and let everything get together and marry each other. So just to recap, we're using a coleslaw mix of cabbage. In Thailand they use green papaya or green mango. We do not get those in all the regions of South Africa, so it's very difficult to find the right ingredients. I've done this recipe a good couple of times with coleslaw mix, cabbage coleslaw and carrot mix like this. Works 100%, tastes as good as the one in Thailand. Green beans is a normal thing that they put in Thailand as well. We just use them uncooked like that. Tomatoes, and then we put the nuts after the end. Once we put the whole salad together and it's rested a little bit, we add the crispy peanuts. So I'm now going to put this together. I'll show you how to do this and to get it to rest, and then we'll do the final assembly of the salad. Okay, so the sauce is ready, it's diluted, It's still got a hell of a nice flavor, very strong, very nice. I'm going to add a little bit of dry chili powder. When I say a little bit, this stuff is very potent. So I'm going to add a little bit of dry chili powder to that, just for that final little kick. Give it a little stir. The sauce is really nice, really tasty. So basically then that's ready. So what we do is I take about 3 handfuls, depending how many people you want to feed. It does shrink the cabbage once it's in the juice, so it becomes a little bit less than what it is now. So you can go like that, sort of that amount should be fine. I'm going to add the juice to that. So basically this is just going to marry a little bit. I'm going to leave this to rest and to pull some of the juice out the cabbage, and then I'm going to come back and add the rest of the ingredients once it's nice and juicy before we eat it. So I squeeze it down like this so that it can get in there nicely. Everything gets to work together. And we'll come back in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes and have a look and see what it's done. So this has been standing for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes now. You can see all the juice that it's pulled out of the cabbage with the nice marinade in there. So we're now going to add this together with the green beans and the tomatoes. So I'm going to mix it all together. That. Juicing this all up. Add our green beans. Add our tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to let this stand for probably about 5 minutes to marry a little bit, and then we'll dish up and I'll show you the end result. And there it is. There's our salad, our somtam salad, very nice. You can see it's pulled quite a little bit of more juice out of it. Makes it a very juicy, nice salad. So I'm going to just loosen it up a little bit. And I'm going to dish it up. This is such a nice, light, wholesome salad. You can't believe how nice it is. And the flavors in here are absolutely very Asian, very nice, very tasty. And then we're going to add a little juice. Fantastic. And then we finish it off. Finish it off with some nice roasted salted peanuts. Just add these on top. Awesome, and there you have it, somtam salad, my style.